Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a magical week so far. Today's video I am finally doing my Disneyland Paris hints and tips video. I feel like it's going to be quite a long video today, so I don't want to ramble on too much at the start. I've got my list here. Grab yourself a drink in a Christmas mug because you know why not, and sit back, relax, and let's just get right into this video. I've tried to order this list so that it's not just like a jumble of things. I've tried to group things together, so hopefully it's more sort of easier to digest, shall we say. So first up, I've got comfortable shoes. Please wear comfortable shoes when you go to Disney because you do not want to wear shoes that you can maybe go and pop to the shop in because it's only over the road or something. Disney, you are going to be walking thousands upon thousands of steps per day. It is crazy insane, and if you've not been before, you're not used to sort of, you don't realise how much you're actually walking when you're there, so definitely comfortable shoes. I have also seen people say that Vans have not agreed with them and they found them incredibly uncomfortable. I actually loved Vans. I thought they were super comfortable and they really, really were good on my feet. So definitely try out different shoes because not every type of shoe is going to work for someone else as well. Also, another good thing is insoles for shoes. The most comfortable shoe will eventually start to wear down with all them thousands of steps. So I take insoles. You can get them in Poundland, Shoe Zone, they're like 99 pence. So take a couple of pairs and honestly they will make all of the difference as well. And I also took gel heel pads and they helped to elevate my heel a little bit so that it wasn't like rubbing so much, and they honestly were lifesavers. So definitely comfortable shoes, insoles and those gel heel pads. It's honestly bliss because you do not want to wreck your feet on the first day. You just don't want to do that. Also, sticking with that theme, clothes. Take clothes for all weathers. You have to remember Paris is in Europe, so European weather, just like the British weather, is a little bit, well, it can change a lot. So you can have sun in the morning and torrential rain in the afternoon and then go back to sunshine in the evening. So especially if you're going in the summer, don't just take your shorts and t-shirts, take a waterproof just in case in your bag. Take trousers and things like that. I'm not saying take trousers into the park. You can easily pop back to the hotel if you would like to, change into trousers if you are in shorts. Also ponchos, they have them in Poundland. Of course they sell them in the parks, but they're going to cost a bit of money. I think they're like 10 euros, I think, for a poncho. So, just make sure you are prepared for all weathers. Obviously in the winter, it's going to be cold. So layers is definitely a good thing. Thick socks will also help with those comfortable shoes, and just jumpers, long sleeve tops, t-shirts, scarves, gloves, hats, it all will help. So just bear that in mind because please bear it in mind. And one last thing is sun cream. Even if you just take a little tube, when I went last Halloween, I got sunburnt on my nose over Halloween. That was basically the end of October into the start of November, I got a sunburned nose. So even if you take just a little travel tube with you, just in case. Obviously in the summer I would definitely recommend it. In the winter, not so much. But in those times, then I would definitely take it with you. Something that I mentioned just before was about bags. Now obviously you are going to need to take a bag into the park with you. I would personally recommend backpacks because they are easier to carry. They distribute the weight easier because obviously they've got two straps, one on each shoulder. Obviously if you have a light bag like an over the shoulder one, don't weigh it down because otherwise you're gonna sort of maybe hurt one of your shoulders if it's really heavy and it's going to weigh you down. You really don't want that. Have something with thick straps as well, because a thin little strap, especially those metal ones that women have on bags and things, I personally don't get it. It will dig into your shoulder if it's a heavy bag. So it might sound stupid, but in the long run, with the amount of hours you're going to be walking around, you will realise that it is going to be of benefit to take a backpack instead. And one last final thing, something that you put into your bags is portable chargers. You are going to be out of the hotel a long time of the day, and if you're like me, I only take my phone. It's what I use to vlog on. So this power bank will do me 2 full charges of my phone. So, and obviously because you've got it out all the time, you're, you know, taking photos, you're maybe putting things on Instagram and Snapchat, and obviously I'm filming on mine, so the battery will drain quicker than just normal use. So a power bank is definitely beneficial, especially if you're in a party, you know, like a group of people. If someone sort of, you know, gets waylaid and gets lost a little bit, then, you know, definitely you'll need one of these just in case your phone accidentally dies. It's definitely going to be of help. And obviously the cable to connect it to your phone as well. So remember, portable chargers are a godsend. And also, Mitchell of Disney Mitch helped me with this idea for my video. So thank you very much, Mitch. Next up is something that is more for families, and it is to take snack packs with you. I've seen this on the Disneyland Paris sort of Facebook pages, and parents, mothers will always say that they are a lifesaver, because personally when I go to Disney I only have to pay for myself. I don't need to pay for children or anybody else because I'm an adult, I just have myself to cater for. So I would honestly hate to imagine what it would cost for meals for children and snacks for children while over there, because at the end of the day you are in Disney, so it's going to come at a price. So to take snack packs that are crisps and those dried fruit kind of things, and the little boxes of raisins and cereal bars, they might take up space on the way there, but that space on the way back can be used for merchandise, obviously. And, you know, if your child starts getting a bit whiny because they're a bit, you know, they want something to eat and you're in a bit of a queue, just whip one out your bag, there you go, job done. So that was one for those. Sticking with the meal thing, it's to try and roughly plan your meals and also book them if you can. You can't book all meals at Disneyland Paris. You cannot book a quick service, obviously, and obviously the carts, you can't book those either, that's just a given. But you also can't book the Rainforest Cafe, Planet Hollywood, or Annette's Diner. That's what I believe anyway. If I'm wrong, then please comment down below and tell me. So you can't book those either. So for those, you would probably have to be really quite tactical in when you went to them. You could go during the parade, or you could miss Illuminations one night and go, you know, during it, or while everyone's waiting for it to start, so you miss out that queue. You know, those kind of things. If you're going in major peak times, obviously right over Halloween, over Christmas, especially like the Christmas week itself, and obviously in the summer it's busy, you know, the whole time, and obviously during any kids' holidays, especially the French kids' holidays as well, please just bear in mind you can book. You can book with the Disney reservation line, and you can book 60 days in advance. You can also book at your hotel via the concierge, and also at City Hall, which is at the left hand side at the very top of Main Street. Also, don't worry if you can't make it to a reservation and plans change. You can pop into City Hall or the concierge in your own hotel and just cancel the booking. It's no problem at all. You don't need to necessarily go to that restaurant and cancel it there. You can go to City Hall or your concierge to do that. I would definitely recommend booking if it's somewhere you really want to go. Somewhere like obviously Inventions or Auberge de Cendrillon, you definitely want to book those places. And if it's just somewhere you really, really want to go, then book it. If you turn up and there's nobody else there, you've if I can get my words out, you've done the right thing, you've placed your cards right, and you've booked just in case. So booking meals is definitely helpful. One thing I will also do, I will leave a link in the description box below to all of the Disneyland Paris menus on a website, just to roughly help you with prices as well. If you're not too sure on prices, I will leave one in the description below. Also, the Disneyland Paris website, it's slightly more difficult really. They do actually have the menus on there, but they're on the page for each individual restaurant or quick service place basically. So if you just type in the search bar Inventions, click the link for Inventions, it will take you to the page, and I think it's on the right hand side there will be a thing that pops up to say view menu, and it pops up as a PDF, but it means like searching through for them all, whereas other websites just have like a big list, you click it and the menu will pop up for you. I'm going to try and find the website that I have seen in the past for it, so hopefully it's easier for you. And obviously it does help with your budgeting as well if you sort of know where you would like to go. So next up, I would say try and have a rough idea of what you would like to do. If you've managed to see like a park map or something, and they look like this when they are open, The pink section is for the main Disneyland park and the blue section is for the Walt Disney Studios. This will definitely help you. You've got all of the attractions down each side for each park. It will also tell you whether they have Fast Pass or Photo Pass on them as well. Normally just the roller coasters have Photo Pass. And you could just make a rough list of maybe the things that you would quite like to do. Also the park program that will have the times of the parade and the shows and obviously all the meet and greets. They will definitely help you as well if there's any certain characters you would like to meet, because you want to get there maybe slightly early if you think the character is going to be really popular. If you're not that bothered about waiting in a queue, then obviously that is completely fine and just hash it out and just wait. But yeah, definitely have a rough idea of what you would like to do, even if you just jot like a rough list of what you would like to do. Even if you do have sort of like a 5-day trip, you know, you could still make a list of what you would, you know, like to do on that trip. Next up is Fast Passes. These are crucial for certain rides, especially the likes of Big Thunder Mountain and Ratatouille. What you will do is go to the Fast Pass area. Above the Fast Pass area, it will tell you the half-an-hour time slot that you're probably likely to get when you swipe either your annual pass or your park ticket. I don't have a park ticket to hand, but I've got an annual pass. You can either swipe it or you hold it up to the little light. It will scan it and the Fast Pass will pop out the bottom. It will say on it your half-an-hour time slot to go back, basically. It will also tell you, I think, when you can next get a Fast Pass as well, rather than sort of randomly guessing. You can't get Fast Passes constantly all through the day, like one after the other, but it will tell you when you can get your next available one. Also, single rider queues are quite crucial on rides such as Ratatouille and Crush's Coaster, especially because Crush's Coaster does not have Fast Pass, and it should, but it doesn't. When me and Kirsty went in February, we managed to queue for 20 minutes in single rider compared to I think the 80 that it was, and we actually managed to get into the same shell. So that was insane. I know that's not going to happen for everybody, but it was kind of just luck that we did, and we enjoyed the ride together rather than separate. Also, something that I've heard of that I'm probably not going to be very good at explaining is the baby swap situation. Basically, if you have like a baby, obviously like a small baby that you can't take on a roller coaster, you can queue up with your partner or whatever, and they will go on the ride first while the other one holds the baby, and then you can swap without having to queue again. So when your partner gets off, then you can pop on. So you don't have to queue up twice for the same ride. Another tip to do with rides is to go on rides at night, sort of maybe while people are waiting for the fireworks illumination show, and also during the parade while people are waiting for that too, because queue times will get smaller and shorter. Me and Kirsty managed to ride Illuminations. We managed to ride Big Thunder Mountain in a relatively short queue of about 20 minutes while everyone was waiting for Dreams at the time, because we had to leave the park before Dreams started because we had a dinner reservation. So we managed to get a quick ride on Big Thunder Mountain while everyone was queuing up for Dreams. So it was really, really good, and we had an amazing ride on Big Thunder Mountain. It was fab. The use of extra magic hours is going to be incredibly crucial to your trip, but I'm going to talk about extra magic hours from the 1st of October only, because as it stands, it's basically almost the end of August right now, and from the 1st of October, extra magic hours is changing. At the moment, it's between 8 and 10 a.m. From the 1st of October, it is going to be 1 hour, and it's going to be in both parks, because at the moment it's only in the Disneyland park, which is the main park, shall we say. So you're going to have an hour in both parks, but it's between 9 and 10 in both parks. In the Walt Disney Studios, I am led to believe it's going to be the Ratatouille ride and Crush's Coaster that are open, and that's it. So only 2 rides in that one park. And in the Disneyland park, it's going to be Fantasyland and only certain rides in Fantasyland. At the moment, in the 2 hours, you also have a few rides in Discoveryland. They are not going to be open when it changes at the 1st of October. So definitely use your time wisely. I would basically, if it was me, I would probably either do characters or rides that particular morning if you were going to the Disneyland park, because I don't think you'd get both done. I just don't think you would, because I think a lot more people might use them because they're starting at 9. I feel like not that many people go at 8. Maybe it is a little bit too early. I feel like it's going to be busier from 9 till 10. So I would either go for the characters or go for the rides. I think it's the Carousel, Peter Pan, Teacups, and I think the Princess Pavilion you're going to be able to get in there at 9 as well. This is what I've seen on social media, but it could be wrong, it could just be rumours. So I'm just putting it out there, but obviously definitely stay tuned. Also, I'm mentioning social media, if you have Twitter or Facebook, I would definitely recommend following ED92. Now, even though there are scheduled character meets that are in the programs, there are sometimes random characters that appear out. So if you turn your notifications on for, their Twitter feed or their Facebook posts, then you might be able to meet characters that you might not have been able to meet otherwise, because they always seem to get the information before anybody else. So yeah, that's also a good one. ED92 on Twitter or Facebook. They're really, really good. And finally, getting a good spot for the parade or illuminations. Now, if you are a parade and illuminations junkie like myself, you will want to get there nice and early to get a nice decent spot, and especially if you have small people with you. Yes, Katie, I'm talking about you in November. You're going to want to be near the front because you don't want to be trying to look over somebody, because that's not good. You're not going to have a good view of the parade. You're not going to be able to see much of illuminations. It is obviously on the whole castle. The castle's obviously bigger than this, but it's going to be on the whole castle, so you want to be able to make sure that you can see the whole castle. So even if you sit at the very front for illuminations, but and just like wait, you could always grab counter service and take it out, that kind of thing. Casey's Corner is going to be open as well, do that kind of thing and just get a nice view for it. Waiting for say half an hour to an hour, honestly, it will be worth it. You might think it's not going to be worth it, but it will be for a good view. So I would definitely highly recommend doing that. The final section is to do with shopping and merchandise. Now, shopping during the day, sort of early on in the day and also in like lunch times, can be quite good because it can be quite quiet. I know the village is normally pretty quiet during the sort of, the day and the afternoon because everyone's in the parks having a good time. But if you have plenty of time to do your shopping, then take time out of the parks to go and do that and then pop back to the hotel, grab a drink, enjoy yourself. Because when I went into World of Disney, it was basically empty and I struggled to find a till because they were all closed because it was that quiet. So if you've got the time to do that, then yeah, do it. You can do all your shopping basically in the Disney Village. You've got the World of Disney, you've got the Disney Store, the Art of Disney for the figurines, you've got the Disney Fashion Store. So yeah, you do have, you could basically go during the day and sort it all out. And also, bearing in mind, there is also the shopping service. If you do your shopping before a certain time in the afternoon, you can then send your shopping to your Disney hotel and you can collect it there rather than carrying it around. Also, you could do your shopping last thing at night, but don't do it straight after sort of illuminations or anything like that because you will regret it because everyone has the same idea and they all flood into the World of Disney. And it is not fun. I basically wandered around for probably about an hour, and after that hour it was quiet because I take that long shopping. But try not to do it after illuminations because everyone just goes, shops, and they just flood right in and they're crazy insane. So definitely do it earlier on in the day and use the shopping service if you want, take it back to your hotel, but definitely don't do it after something that's happened like the parade or illuminations because you will be swamped. Absolutely swamped, and you will lose the people that you're with because it's just that busy. My final hint or tip is to watch haul videos. Now this one sounds like such a stupid idea, but if you're wanting to see the merchandise that's available and also help budget your trip for merchandise, watch haul videos because people normally, YouTubers, they normally say how much things cost because I know that I do in my haul videos, I always say how much things cost, and watch obviously haul videos that are obviously quite recent as well. You'll be able to see what merchandise is there, and if they're saying the price for you can sort of even roughly work out what you would like to buy, and obviously budget as well. So it might sound like a random one, but it might even help you budget and find maybe something that you didn't know was actually there. So watch haul videos, that is my final tip. So that's it for another video, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my hints and tips video for Disneyland Paris. I hope that it's managed to help somebody out there whether it be for their first trip or their 10th trip. I hope that it's helped somebody. I'm sure I've probably missed some things off, but these hints and tips are beneficial to me, and I've also thrown in a few extra ones that can help other people as well. So if you liked this video, it would mean the world if you could give it a big thumbs up for me. Comment down below if I've missed any off the list, because, you know, I could do with some hints and tips myself. And as always, hit that subscribe button so you can see more of this face, because next week is my August Disney haul. Until next time, guys, bye for now.